All right, thank you, Evelina. Let's see, so I'm just going to pop over the screen share onto a browser window of our covid19.ubermedia.com site. So one of the resources that we've made freely available here on this resource site is a public activity tracker that compares a foot traffic index that is drawn from various public areas in a few select metro areas, and it compares those to new cases for those areas. But the thing we want to concentrate on right now is this public activity index in the form of the foot traffic index. So starting off here, we're going to take a look at Boston, Massachusetts, home of Marky Mark Wahlberg. We can see that social distancing started off around March. And so this is really where the news about COVID-19 and the pandemic started to pick up steam. We saw people begin to take it a lot more seriously, and we saw policies start to come down encouraging social distancing and mandating stay at home. So as we can see, the rate of foot traffic in these public spaces decreases pretty starkly initially, and then just starts to go down gradually. We've got a little bit of a pickup around here starting near to mid-April, and then we again see a gradual decline with a slight uptick there at the end. But we're now going to fly across the country over to LA County, California, where we're going to again do a little bit of a comparison between LA and Boston. We can see a very similar pattern here, very familiar, where around March we start to see this dip as people start to, again, get these stay-at-home orders. They start to take it more seriously, start to practice social distancing. Even without zooming in here in the graph, we can see that Boston is in fact doing well, or doing better, excuse me, than we are here in LA. Perhaps that's due to the sunny weather, perhaps that's due to multiple other factors, but we can see that they are outpacing us in social distancing. And then the last one I'm going to jump down here to is Miami-Dade County, Florida. Florida, of course, home of the Big Cat Rescue and Carol Baskins, but right now we're going to look at Miami-Dade County. And so we see a very similar pattern, again, a decline in foot traffic at these public locations, but we don't see it quite at the same levels as Boston and LA. In particular, I might guide everyone's eyes towards these upticks where certain days of the week can encourage people to go out more. We're not working on the weekends, so we might venture out, try and get a hike in. We're going stir crazy, so we're starting to see it pick up a little bit here at the end. But we can see that those rates are much higher for Florida than they are for LA County and Boston. And then just for our webinar attendees today, I'm going to throw in a special bonus, a checkbox here for Madrid, Spain, where we can see that Madrid is putting us all to shame, even Boston. They're even beating Boston in social distancing in Madrid. So on a global scale, we can see we've got some catching up to do, particularly Florida. But overall, the trend is very positive. We see social distancing being enacted everywhere. And also you can see in the background here, the new cases have started to flatten out a bit. So that's just a quick look at our public activity tracker, again, available on our covid19.ubermedia.com site. This is, again, where we store our COVID-19 impact research resources. So feel free to go there, check it out, and then play around with the chart yourself. And back to you, Evelina.
Great, thank you, Connor. I'm gonna switch our screen back over to our slides here. Again, if you guys want to play with the data, I've played with it by myself. You can go to the covid19.ubermedia.com website. And for anybody out there who is interested in using that data for their own studies, the data that is shown on the website is available in a data set as a spreadsheet. So be sure to contact us and we can send that over to you specifically for those metro areas that are in the public, in that website.